I'm back. See, there we are. All right, welcome back, everybody. Boop. And then I need to tweet out that I switched games. So we're doing more Corru. I said it a minute ago, but I'm probably cutting the VOD right before now, so gonna probably not go super long, but we're gonna do a little bit and try and catch up on where we're at. Dev in chat telling me that there's a lot of reading this time. Corru is, I feel like Corru, this thing is gonna be a big deal once people find out about it. And I feel like that we're at like ground floor territory right now. The style is great. Yeah. All right, everyone. I'm actually gonna do one thing real quick. Give me half a second, and I'm gonna message. I'm gonna forget to send that. I don't want to forget to send that because that was an important message. Luigi guy, check that when you're ready. I was checking out the activity over the last night. This is pretty similar to what I saw when FunFriend fixed the first part of the collapse. I'll bet the next part is ready to view. Judging by the amount of activity, this is probably a larger one. So sorry if you still think that the framing device sucks. Go in. Also, I was curious about after work the other day. I started looking at the old news, the video archive when the collapse happened. Dev was in chat earlier. Don't know as if they still are. Remember when videos were all on one site? That must have been nice. Anyway, they didn't find anything too groundbreaking. They just have observations if you want to hear them when you got a minute. But right now, we gotta get you back in. I know it's only been a few days, but there are people starting to ask questions about how this one is going. I've been stalling, but you know. Not sure how long that's gonna work or whether or not it's gonna be weeks or even days. What we already have is probably a bombshell. But I don't want to turn this thing in until it's nuclear. Okay. Also, this is on a website. To get to this, you go Corru.Observer. I don't think it's .com or anything. It's just Corru.Observer, yeah. And then you can get to it. And it just runs like this. Interloper. What's up, man? How's the repairs going? Interloper, repairs are going well. Incoherence is receding. I have new coherent regulator to keep the deterioration to a maximum. Can I meet them? What? No. Interloper, a coherence regulator does not speak. But it does mean that I'll have more memories repaired for you soon. How exciting, right? Okay, go away now. I'll tell you when I have more for you. What's new? After seeing you consume the memories of the embassy so quickly, I repaired the Golem maintenance portion of the collapse. Deterioration to a maximum? Oh, minimum, not maximum. This one took much longer than I wanted it to. I thought it would only take a few winks, but it did not. Oh, it did not have an interloper. I must have spent nearly a whole gaze on it. Gaze and wink are times, or you know, like weeks or something. I forget exactly what the thing is. Interloper, I have so much more still to do. But I must tell you, the more I repair of the collapse, the less I want to. Seems like things are only getting worse, but it is my duty, especially if it means I can know what happened to Asket. Regardless, if that's enough for now, I must return to work. Entertain yourselves with it for now, and do not bother me for a while. Did you need anything else? Nah, I'm good, I think. Okay, I'll be here. Yep. All right. Golem maintenance is what they fixed, right? How do I talk to, what's his name? Bottom right, the pink one? Thank you. Prohibitive incoherence. Recommend repair. Okay, so we can't do that. We did all those. Bottom one. Load save. Okay. Be care of seizures. Incoherence, iteration, context. Okay, got me, Connie. Commencing relocation. As the descent begins, though it is terribly unsteady. So they were leaving the place. The ministry or whatever it was called, and because everything was kind of going fucky. And so we're now in the elevator escaping the embassy. The descent begins, though it's terribly unsteady. Was that something knocking outside the underside of the chamber? Move friend does not get far before it slows to a halt again. They're trying to go to Golem maintenance, right. Friends, please forgive the turbulence. Corru. Density is usually high around this area. Are you talking about fish? In fact, all standard currents have ceased. But do not worry, I can still get to where you need to go. What does that mean for the Spire? Feel the chamber ground shift beneath us, pulling outwards. It's pouring limbs outside of the chamber. Indeed, it must physically crawl through the Spire blood and track the chamber with it. An extremely strenuous process, I suspect. I must focus on locomotion, sorry. Yeah, this is, it would probably be best to watch these in order, but I think you could still watch it regardless. I'm gonna try and do my best to, like, mention stuff, but if you have any questions, Governor, please ask, because it's been a minute since I've done this, and it probably would do me some good to do a refresher anyway. That goes for everyone, honestly. Please ask the constructor within the chamber. I look towards Toskit at first. So right now we are in a alien computer. We're a human looking through data files that aliens put together. Yeah, aliens are in the midst of what appears to be a terrorist attack on the alien embassy. They built an embassy and they were looking at stuff and they're real excited and real cool about everything. But then something happened and they all bounced. And we're currently watching a recording of a couple of technicians that are aliens that went through that. And now we're trying to figure out what happened by reading over that data. And this is how it's presented to us. We're currently in an elevator, which is referred to as move friend. A lot of things are something or other friend. It's like a translation error or something of the aliens. There's a lot of weird translation errors, so you have to kind of guess what it means when it's talking about something. And sometimes it'll come up with something like this where it's underlined, so you can mouse over it and it'll tell you what the fuck they're talking about. I look towards Tozik first. He looks back at me absently, then makes an uncertain gesture with his receptors. Before I can ask it to clarify, one of the mind cores announces themselves. That's me. I sense some surprise between the Ekviks. It would be a little funny if not for the circumstances. The Kiev rarely take part directly in the structural management. The Corui are no longer correctly distributed across the Spire. Then it means that it is going to be pooling at the lower levels and grow more dense as the layers separate until the lower levels will be crushed by the pressure, and the Spire's outer walls will explode. As you imagine, my friend, this is not conducive to our goals. The ground's mind, I believe this is a manifestation of an alien, but keep in mind that these logs are like not super intact and kind of funky, so it's unlikely that the aliens actually look like this. We've seen some humans and they look super fucked. Lots of buttons in places that don't matter because they don't have a really good idea of what that is. So we're going for vibes right now. Ground's mind would be destroyed, but so would the explanation for all of this, along with any would-be survivors. Exactly. There's a solution to this, but we require ground's mind control. It seems the perpetrator is not properly attending to the structure systems. Do you expect us to be able to get in there in time? The ground's mind is at its lowest portion of the Spire. Well, I'll say the chances aren't ideal. Fun Friend was saying they couldn't recover the actual visuals of the characters, so they used what basically was their VR chat avatars. Right. What else can we do? I sense a spark and inspiration from Tozik, even reflected in his receptors. I don't really understand what these fellas are. I think they're also aliens, but I'm not sure if they're separate kinds of aliens. But he does not speak up, ever hesitant to share an unfinished thought. While we wait for our move friend to deliver us to the Golem maintenance, a plan should be devised, and we should get a profile of Zeal's Kivi. All right, what are we doing about Kivi? Their name, the receptors, where you think they might be. Alien brains, but Corru brain. Okay, so they're brains of... Okay, their bodies got destroyed. Okay, I vaguely remember that. All of their alien minds are uploaded into artificial systems. Got it. Okay. That's really weird. So they gave themselves extra body parts to accommodate for that, rather than... I mean, I guess we've done that. Like, we're cyborgs, but in shitty ways, when you think about it. Like... Cell phones augment our ability to do things, as do shoes and clothes. So we're like really lame cyborgs. I was gonna say it's weird that they did that, but I guess they did the same thing we did in that they added parts onto themselves in order to achieve the things that they like or would like to be able to do. It's that kind of thing. So like their suits are kind of like a cell phone or like shoes. As I said that, I feel a murmur of larval life, searching for missing runners. I may have said those exact words before. Velzy's fondness for repetition is truly nauseating. Oh, okay. Well, her name is... Jules Kali Ki. Okay. She styles herself as a broken receptor. With a broken receptor. She is okay, of course. It's just a strange styling. I do not know which area she would be in specifically. You see, she was covering for me while I reconnected with some of the family over the collective. It has some psychological horror, or has some horror-ish elements, I guess. Yeah. She does not really enjoy the company of her family very much, and I don't blame her. They were never really happy with me finding a mate with another cave city, you see. Itzeals trails off after seeing another look upon my face and receptors. Am I too flat? Should I be more interested in their romance? Right, I was gonna say, I don't know which area she would be in. She was simply a substitute for my hands for her gaze. Year, days, whatever, I forget what the definition of gaze is. This is great, yeah, Corru.Observer, Luigi Guy pinned it. So whatever you may find, Kiev, I think, they probably had her in manufacturing. Gaze is a unit of time. Right. There is a bit of turn-based RPG for seemingly no reason. Fairly early on. In the near silent tension of our descent, I feel that our lack of a clear plan is causing me even more anxiety. Aura in thought, though Itzel is pacing. So I speak up with what I know. My friend, the time is coming. We should align our paths. I briefly pause to garner their collective attention, then continue. I'm unfamiliar with the layout of the Golem maintenance segment, but Itzel, you know it well, yes? Itzel ceases their endless skittering to nervously wave their receptors. Yes, even better than my home. Excellent. Then tell me if any of this seems unreasonable. When we arrive, we should immediately find our ways to arm ourselves. Assuming the foundry bats are still operational, we need to find some sort of schematics. Right, it's gamey because it needs to be abstracted, because if it wasn't abstracted, then it could actually harm us through violence. No, you're fine, Akira Pink. That's more of an explanation. A backseat is like, go here, do that. You're explaining lore stuff. So in this context, I need that, because it's been a few weeks since last time I read any of this, and, well, at least a month, so, you know. Next, we have to find a body for Izakid. If the structure fails, then this will not yield us any gain. Immediately, the morale I was attempting to build is crushed. There's a pang of fear again, though this time it's mine. Possibility of all of us unceremoniously dying on our way. Completely out of control, really. Yes, Tozik, I know, but... Oh, right, there was a alien lawsuit? Is that Nick Nocturne on the right? People keep mentioning him. I guess I gotta meet the dude. Or, like, watch some of his content. Is it like... Does he do creepypasta readings, or is it more like a Nexpo sort of situation where it's like investigating weird shit? Oh, not even an alien lawsuit, like a regular lawsuit. He does ARGs, okay. He does more investigation into ARGs, okay. Okay. He also makes analog horror stuff. Oh, cool. Or does analog horror stuff. Okay, I see. His avatar is a four-eyed extra-dimensional cat. Doesn't look like that? I see what you're saying. Yeah, I think a majority of Corru is like, get ready to learn about an alien culture. That's why, like, I have a vague understanding of, like, stuff. No, you see, I have an idea. I was here recently giving advice on the design of deep-sea constructor golems. And it was in a distribution area of the manufacturing tendril that I saw something unusual. What if world building was a story? I mean that in a good way. Do you have to piece the events together? Yes, but not in a restrictive way where you can't play the game. More restrictive than Dark Souls in that aspect, where you have to understand what the fuck is happening in order to progress, but like, you can kind of stumble through it, but it's best to not. It's best to try and understand it. This is your thing, Risotto. Go play it. You can always ask Moth what's going on if you don't understand. For quick deployment, they have their own grounds mindery override. There's a jut using it directly, releasing golems into the exterior of the Spire. Of course. Small range in which it's effective, but I should ask because I'm already feeling dead. How does progression save in this section? Like, if I load, is it going to load at the beginning of this section, or is it going to load how far I go? There will be save points. Okay, we'll go to the first save point and see how I'm feeling. How's that sound? They're clearly marked as save iterations. I'm gonna see where we're at, like, mentally by the time we get to that save. Unc VA, thank you for the 8 months of support. There's only a small range in which it's effective, but it could really just enough to delay the total collapse. Yeah, I should talk to Fred about that. I don't talk to Fred or see Fred enough outside of, like, on stream. And that's, like, a damned shame. I shouldn't do that. Like, he's a good dude. I need to get better about socializing with people. And it's fairly easy to do as a streamer. I just, like, go to their streams, I guess. Do you think that would work, Kark? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. By releasing some of the pressure, that should buy us some time. So he shapes the morale back up, though in a different design. We could use that to evacuate any survivors we find. Okay, so the plan right now is this. They have their own grounds mindery override, which is a jut that okay, so we can release golems outside of the Spire from the golem manufacturing. And how does that... Okay. Yeah, I don't plan on finishing this up today, unfortunately. It can form tunnels to the outside, right? The way Milta stands up and fidgets. If a tunnel opens, she would be able to scramble through it without any thought. Gotta go to the override button and press it so the Spire doesn't explode. Yeah, so there's a separate override button in the golem chamber just in case if something bad happens. Got it. And Corru is like computers, right? So Corru.Observer would be someone who observes alien computers. I think I just connected that up. Very same fear as in the fresh surface runners. Cowardice, perhaps, but I cannot truly blame her. Corru is living metal, which can act as computers. Right, it's a lot of different things. Correct. Okay. A lot of this is just like re-remembering shit. A remote coordinator does not simply change expertise for fun. If we must, I suppose. All we need to do, but we will need the help of all we can get, well, if we intend to assault the grounds mind. Oh yeah, we're definitely saving earlier. Corru.Observer versus electricity viewer. Yeah, that's a good way of explaining it. Like, it's inaccurate, but sort of still accurate. What if I expand the control over the override? And a brief stunned silence towards our attention is drawn towards Gakvu. How many unauthorized miracles does she know how to perform? Yeah, grounds mindery overrides are tightly controlled, but she's clearly capable of more than I have ever known. How could you possibly do that? In fact, how have you been doing any of this? It's so convenient that you can guide us through the impossible as you have been. Miltza's voice is heavy with accusation. Her receptors close like fists. An outburst simply driven by fear, but what is she implying? Itzel skitters forth, announced by a clicking of their sharp legs against the cystic glass. Hey, what does it matter? Gakbu's helping us save everyone. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't seem like they're aggressive. Gakbu seems to be helping us right now. This looks like Homestuck. I think that people who liked Homestuck would like this because it's a weird internet not game, but kind of feels like it should be a video game, except for it's a little bit more video gamey. It's got like, but aside from that, like it's not really like Homestuck. The humor is different, the vibes are different, but it's in a website-based story. Gakbu is helping us save everyone. Itzel's assertion earns Miltza's attention, for she seems to have no retort. But this alone is not enough to diffuse her suspicions. Gakbu hangs her receptors back cynically. She cannot even elect to answer, but all right, if you want a proper explanation, then fine. Yes, I have a mind core with ground mindry capabilities. What can I say? I'm quite attached to it. And where's the spike coming from? The briefest silence passes. What? Miltza is looking between us. She seems to take particular interest in Tozik at this moment. Is this issue only mine? Our tools and golems usurped, and here before us is a cynical Veil with that ability? Is your grounds mindry destination truly to help us? Miltza reaches a peak, and Tozik eyes me. Itzel backs off to a corner with Kark, her eye drifting with concern now. I'll admit, this coincidence did not even occur to me. It seems suspicious. But it is without roots. Gakbu would never intend to harm us. Yes, I should intervene. Miltza. She pauses and gazes at me, her receptors slightly released from their fist-like clinch. I worked with Gakbu long enough to know she could not be doing this. In fact, the terror I felt from her when she was first attacked, no, she could not be the perpetrator. But it is still unusual, this is true. Then I turned to Gakbu, disappointed at her unhelpful handling of this situation. She seems proud of herself with her little joke, but now I see an apologetic shame. Her tone softens to explain. Yes, I know how it looks, but the truth is complex. Miltza, you must trust that I'm here to help. I can explain everything later, but we have to get out of here intact first. I see wordless agreement as Miltza's receptors lose their tension. Though they do not stray from near one another, they have an accord for now. Okay. To return to our path, the top priority to use the overlight and the manufacturing to stop the structure from collapsing. Next, arm ourselves. In fact, if we can make more time stopper connectors, even better. Also, we should be able to find suitable bodies for Itzel and Kark. Then, find any survivors, Itzel and Kiwi Itzel's Kiwi included. Girlfriend, boyfriend? Maybe? Finally, we descend to the grounds mind and cease with the madness. Alright? Sounds good. Wife. Okay. Others agree with the simple forward waving of the receptors. Excellent. What else? That's it. With my curiosity sated, we wait. The remaining cipher we collected is distributed amongst ourselves. To mend wounds, attempt to repair in inner components, so on. And there's some small chat here and there, but in time, our progress slows. To a worrying degree, in fact, the Koryai no longer murmurs past the walls as it did. Okay, friends, good news. The density is so high I was not able to get you to the usual entry point. In fact, the entire segment is surrounded in dangerously dense Koryai. Sorry, that is not the good news yet. Here it is. We are near one of the personal tendrils of the Golem maintenance segment. It seems we have sunken and partially collapsed from the damage, but it's still attached to the main area. I can connect you there, but until the Corru flows are restored, that's all the best I can do. Oh, my room. How will we get around without a move, friends? I was able to help before, but this is not sustainable. Especially not if the density is going to be very high. Oh, Gakbu, the entire floor is connected. It's not like your segment at all. Or most of them, really. All of the tendrils and chambers are connected semi-permanently. It's easier to move Golem resources around that way. Yes, it was impressed upon me in my recent visit. It's just if I was strolling through a Vinesauce cavern. If that's the case, even with high density, it should be still mostly intact. Contiguous Spire chambers are typically well enforced, for they do not move often. Yes, very good structure. However, it will not last forever. Archival veins around the segment are collapsing and will soon be falling into the area directly. Be careful, friends. I'll wait here for you when you return. Are you able to handle the Corru pressure here? No, sorry. Once it is safe for us all of you to leave me, I will return to a safe level until you have restored the pressure problem. You leaving us? Oh, no. Only a little. I'll be back to deliver you to the grounds mindery floor, of course. And if you take too long, never mind. Good luck. Move friend forms a tunnel to the personal tendril. Though it remains partially closed until we are ready to proceed. Before then, we should consider, who do I want to accompany me? Milza has proven to be a powerful defensive force despite her hesitance. Tozik, I think we'll need her him for his repair skills. But Gakbu's control over Corru is uniquely effective. Notice, party menu attached to spatial navigation associated with the letter Z, additional functionality embedded. Activate or deactivate potential party members, drag them into the active party. Recollective locus cannot be removed from the prior. Okay. To advance the personal tendril, those of us with time stopper connectors are at the front. Move friend tunnel slowly becomes crooked even if adjusts to the uneven tendril. Corru walls take the form of false cave stone, just like our recreation chamber. And so terrible brutality before us is like a vision of the past. But here it is now, a failed barricade given way to invasion. And it is silent without a sign of foe. TQOU are here disaffected mine cores, half dissolved in their blood components. The others avert their eyes after a quick scan, but I find myself staring. Why are their bodies so intact? Why such precision? Regardless, I do not see any signs of Itzil's Kibi. These are just Jut and Bell. Just keep moving. I gesture toward the mine cores and climb up along the walls and ceiling, as it will be safer. Then step into our advance. A familiar whisper comes again. We exchange a few glances and Tozik receptors at attention. He speaks flatly, dreadfully. It's happening again. That is all the time we have to brace ourselves. The signal, the pain, it's here. A wordless message breathed again. Feel stronger. Will we still stand? Are we more resilient? I can think this time. I can feel that pain is not mine. I manage to stay standing against the wall, and the others stumble and clutch their heads, their chests. My eyes bend and the sense of gravity is disrupted, but I stay conscious. What is happening again? Hey, are you okay? What? I see the pain that the mine cores were plainly looking down upon us from the ceiling. Are they not affected? Signal is short-lived this time. Like an echo of itself, already it abates. My eyes slowly recover, though I feel like the perception is not fully accurate. But before I can say anything, there's a rustling throughout the room. The slain Ku have arisen. Their bodies distorted by their damage, as if drawn to terrible life by Sikri. Zombies! Is that? Fuck! It's not an illusion. They are real, and they walk towards us with the strangest serenity. Here. I am here. I am here. They speak in unison, each voice, unique voice blending into one. Metallic droning chorus filling the tendril. First, with each step towards us, we back away, uncertain. To kill the aberrant container is simple, but do these ones intend us harm? Or is it more? Can they be helped? I step forward. Hello? Here. I hear you. I hear you. You supers. Asket, stay back. Those are not obelisk. Her fear conveys what I need you to know. They are not miraculous survivors. They are infested hawks. We must make the first move. Oh, okay, cool. That's nice. I saw that earlier, but I hit Z almost immediately, and it did a weird thing. I'm trying to remember what I did. Okay. Oh, that was wrong. Well, fuck. Okay, this is a... Okay. That's the one I want to use. Stab. Ooh. That's not good. Okay, I think I need to focus next time. Just to keep him alive. I think the focus is going to make it almost impossible to hit. No, that's not what it does at all. Evasion is what made him dodge. Yeah, right. That's not good. Okay, one down. That's a good start. That gives everyone regen, right? Okay, good. So he's stunned, which means he can't attack? Yeah, skip a turn. So just go for the attack all the same. Quick mend yourself. And then last hit should be this. Okay. Easy. Immediately scan over our team. We are fine enough. Itzel and Kark are clinging to the ceiling in the corners. Itzel is refusing to look. Milza and Gakbu both have recorded their victory with no celebration. Tozik most of the time seems present in the moment with me, drawn to one of the corpses. The adrenaline, the subtle joy I felt before, is overwhelmed by grief. I did not know these Ku, but their incoherent faces were every person I've ever spoken kindly to. These. He nearly addresses them as Ku, but I think's better for it as his voice shakes into a pause. They have no mark of control, no sigil or connector, no mind core. How is this even possible? Their bodies are too complex for even regular groundsmindery. These bodies are truly uninhabited? Mind core, Itzel, Kark, maybe they could... No. Terrible thought. I dare not even complete it. But it does bring something to mind. Hey, Itzel and Kark. Did you not feel the signal a minute ago? The same one as before, the pain, the madness? They look at one another. Itzel returns to huddling in the corner, eye spot turned away. No. I mean, I felt something, but it just passed. It's not like before. Gakfu, Milza, you felt it. A simple affirmative receptor gesture is from both is all they can muster for now. Tozik stands from the body he just examined, drawing his Corvus guy back from beneath the surface of his hand. I did too. I felt closer. We're on the right path. This finality implies that we should leave this tendril sooner rather than later, so we commence. But still, closer is a good way to put it. Felt stronger. We may just be in proximity. You two, remain close. Stay high and far out of the way of any bodies or inactive golems. Okay, cool. That worked just as so. Don't worry if you die in this intro area. Once lets it skip you. I know it's kind of long. That's totally fine. Oh. Okay, so they used to use like fireflies essentially, but now they use these lights that are like basically that, but not. Okay. I think the first save checkpoint we go to, we probably stop because I'm not human right now. Hello. We are beset by incoherent foes. Our only option is to fight. Auto hit, forward to stabilize. I think I need to focus before using that. Stab does stops regen. Cool. Hey, wrong guy. How you doing? Oh, that was easy. Stab you so you don't regenerate. Scramble you so that way we can make you vulnerable enough to that thing you. Stab you to stop the regen. Scramble to allow me to have a chance to Corru. Stab for more puncture wounds. Scramble. Quick mend. Destabilize doubles incoming healing and right. You can use it on your own guys, but it feels too risky to do. Unless if I know I can do it for a finishing blow like that. In the debris, I find a restorative cyst. Fuck, they're here too, and they're drawn to us immediately. Not a single moment of madness. Milsey's eyes hang heavily over us. It feels delighted in our torment. These husks must be destroyed before we can come through. All right, beat this guy up and then we can do a save point. I'm sorry for a short stream of this today. I know a lot of people have been waiting like forever for me to come back to this. I'm gonna go get some better sleep medicine today. The sleep medicine, as I'm gonna call it, this batch is real weak shit. So unfortunately these, nah, it's Delta 8. I can't take regular sleep medicine because it gives me like restless leg syndrome, which means that I just start kicking the hell out of myself and my wife, which is not great for anyone involved. That's a crime? No, it's not. In Texas, it's fine. So I can't use regular sleep meds anymore. Yeah, this released on Saturday, I want to say. What does redirection do? Oh, the other guy's gonna accept the attacks instead. I forgot what we use, but I've got a good one, and I just go down to the liquor store and buy some. So what happens if I stab you? Okay, it stabs him instead, so there's really no point in trying. I mean, even though this guy is the guy that's actually a problem. I wish I was in Austin right now. Why? It's like 100 degrees out. Gakfu's kind of beat up. This kid's beat up. I think we could probably deal with this without having to... Yeah, there we go. Fear. Okay. It's hotter where I am, believe it or not. I don't know what the actual weather is right now, but hot is just what we're doing right now, everywhere. I don't think it heals, so we'll destabilize it, and then we got the puncture going. Oh, it bled out. That works. With the area clear, we also noticed the doors are sealed. Safe enough, so I call back. It's safe to proceed. Come quickly. So we stand in this great lobby where I imagine Move Friend tried to deliver us the stone, the decorations of false life. Were it not for the splattered cori and sludge from our once friends, it would be beautiful. Itzel, where's the maintenance from here? Itzel scurries towards me, then past me. They approach a central desk, which seems to have a managerial golem stationed at it. It's inactive. I didn't notice it at first. It resembles a coup more than a golem. Gelly? Sorry, Askit. I will answer you, but you must see. This kill climbs onto the golem's shoulders, then extends a branch receptor towards its head. Askit steps forward and reach out in objection. Itzel? You should not take any chances with... of course, it's too late, as Itzel has already connected to it. In an instant, the golem's face flickers to life, its glow restored. Hello, fella. Then it comes with the rest of its body. It looks down at the mind cores on its shoulder, away from us. Hello, Itzel. What are you doing here? I thought you took the gaze off. It's gotta be like day. His voice is feminine, shifting between intonations strangely as golems tend to do. When Itzel disconnects, Jelly looks towards us, pseudo-receptors extending its greeting. Itzel seems alright though. They're looking at Jelly strangely. Perhaps the engineer's eye assessing the damage? Though this is interesting, it sprouted disconnected receptors. Physical marking of an echo with lifelike personality. Is likely bearing a strong echo of a tour in the embassy, or perhaps one carried from home. Oh, you're welcome. You are all from another division? If you were hoping to use the Jelly's eyes drift around, scanning over the carnage, the damage ceiling and walls. Then it seems to stare at me with the strangest expression of bafflement. Or through me? I move out of the way, but it still stares at me. I check over my shoulder and spin on my head. And then I look back at the golem, and now I know it looks at me. Not like before. I see. Jelly, are you okay? Can you help us? This is an emergency. Everything's going crazy. Itzel scurries down the desk and speaks with the golem. Jelly smiles like the bright cousin, dipping its head respectfully. A strange behavior to assign to a golem. I suspect they wanted a coup here to practice smiling in case of public appearance. I was gonna say it seems strangely human with like the hair and the face, but that makes sense. Like they're trying to make it look more human-like on purpose. I'll do what I can. It's a furry but for humans. God, cursed but accurate. What do you need? All the doors seem to be locked. Maybe this golem can help us through. Let's look around first. All right. So you want me to speak to Moth first? The most cringe human soda. Okay, so to talk to Moth, is it this button? No, that's oh, there's the button. It kind of blended in the background there. It's getting pretty serious. Much worse than I ever imagined, honestly. May not be the best help here, but what's up? What do you think's going on? What could have happened in the collapse? Even with a few decades of hindsight, the public info is pretty sparse and unhelpful. Was a gravity miscalculation? Give me a break. Can't even believe I fell for that now. Come on, dude. Fuck, dude. Anyway, my best bet is it's tied to the storm. You know, the electric Corru thing that Askit gave us, apparently. Like, okay, I'm not saying that this is human caused this, but it seems like the Obelisk have a good thing going for a really long time. And then, somewhere around the time that Askit hands something over, something she herself said was shelved and experimental. That's when all it blows up? And still, it doesn't explain why the golems never hurt any humans. At least not in the public record. There's no way even a single obelisk attack would be able to cover it up. Not in the climate the 30s had. I know it's not helpful, but I haven't really had to think about this. We don't need to theorize. I know we're going to get some answers here soon. These husks are coup without any mind cores. How could that work? Yeah, I see that. I mean, obviously I have no idea what's going on here, but I do know that Obelisk tech always needs a source for its thoughts. Golems have echoes. A lot of stationary stuff is hooked up to similar things. Whether that be through grounds mindery or through actual veins. And of course, Q have mind cores. And then Corru actually just start thinking on its own. That's what their version of incoherence is. But there's no precedent for ever organizing on a scale. The obelisk things starve and become incoherent, eventually stop working. Seen hundreds of times. If anything, this has some whack out of version grounds mindery we've never seen before. And that ASKit has never seen before either. I don't know. That's the only way that it makes any sense to me. Also, do you see how some of them look kind of skeletal? They actually did have some obelisks that looked like that, but never in situations where they appeared to us publicly. I've seen photos of Q that look like, or Q that looked like that, working on construction and stuff. The prevailing theory is that the obelisk probably had spare friendly bodies when they had to talk to humans or show up to TV or something. So they just have like human interaction tools, like human suits. Jelly makes me feel weird, dude. No, I mean, I think it looked at me. Oh, yeah, like how? Pass ASKit at me, like Fun Friend can. Well, that's really strange. Definitely didn't say anything. Just keep an eye on it, I guess. It's not acting incoherent. Okay. Anything else on your minds? Yeah, I think that's all for now. Yeah, this is gonna be a bit of a short one today. I'm sorry. Like I said, just haven't been sleeping recently. I think there's something still fucked up about the apartment, but I'm not quite sure on that one. And I'd rather do a good job of streaming this and showing off the new content than fuck it up. So, let's check and see if there's any art. No new art on the board. Let me check Twitter. I saw one edit earlier, and I retweeted it. It's of me and Yol instead of I don't know who that is, and this is from Big Dick Goth Boyfriend or Dick_BF on Twitter, and it's an edit, so it wouldn't really work on the Boru, but you got Mike or Yol in the background with a mug, and then I've got an axe. The original is with looks like a very young JonTron, and I don't recognize the guy in the back. I have no idea who that is in the back. It's got to be someone else similarly famous, but yeah, he's a fucking baby in this one. He's got to be like in his teens, early 20s at best. I'll be fine, CoreWorks, and thank you for everything you do. This is a really cool project. I hope that it takes off the way that you'd like for it to. Hopefully that this does help that in some degree at all. But I'm gonna go ahead and bounce for now. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you again tomorrow with something. Maybe some Dark Souls, maybe some more of this. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll see you guys there. Good night, y'all.